Hello, I'm Kristen from the Never Ending TBR in Kristen's Corner. Um, I just got back from upstate New York, and on my way back, I listened to the Scared Sexy Amazon original stories with Allie Hazelwood, Christina Lauren, whatever, JT Geisinger, Ruby Dixon, Kate Katie Roberts Katie Robert and Kimberly Lemming. And as I'm filming this, B from Mama Needs to Read Romance, she has posted a probably similar. I haven't watched it, so I'm gonna link her video down below. I don't like you guys up there. Okay, that's better. But I haven't watched her video. I'm going to film mine, and then I'm going to see and compare and contrast what we thought. I am going to take a page from her book, and I'm going to do my best not to spoil any of them. And then I'm going to go in the order that Amazon goes. And I'll also link the Amazon link down below as well. So first up is Hot for Slayer by Allie Hazelwood. I really enjoyed it. I loved, was it Ethel and Laszlo? Ethel is this centuries old vampire. Laszlo is a vampire slayer. And they have been meeting up probably once a decade for over the last couple centuries, or it tells you in the book. And Ethel is trying to like figure out why or how to get out of this thing with Laszlo, but at the same time she finds out that there is a vampire in the same area as her, and there's a turf war, and Laszlo jumps into the fight between her and the other vampire, and he gets hurt and ends up getting amnesia. And the things that she comes up with, it's just so funny. Because on one hand, she's like, I should just do what I'm supposed to do. You know, I'm a vampire, he's a slayer. He doesn't know what he's supposed to do. I should just take him out, you know? But at the same time, she wants to get to know him better because they've been fighting all these years and she wants to know him. So it's so cute and funny, and oh my god, I was laughing so hard. And then, you know, I can't tell you the end, but it was really well done and for a short story. I really enjoyed that one. The next one was Falling by Christina Lauren. I'm not sure how I felt about that one. Like, I liked it. Oh, and then the other thing is, if you're doing a bingo board, I don't know where it would fit on the other readathons, but for the one that B and Tara and Terry are hosting on Tea and Biscuits, the first one was Vampire on the really hard board, and then Falling is A Hero with Wings. I needed help. I wrote to B and I was like, help. Where does this fit? So I get my points, or I get my bingo square. Anyway, back to it. It's a Halloween party, and this girl and her boyfriend are at odds, and this entity is in the party, and the way they kind of get together didn't make sense to me. They were kind of thrown together. It could also go with somebody that's cursed, if you wanted to do that, for a bingo square. But I can't really do it justice without spoiling it. And I can't even remember the name of the FMC or the MMC. I don't remember. I just remember the closet scene. Somehow they end up in a closet. Anyway, um, yeah, that was a horrible, horrible description about the book. But without spoiling it, oh my God, can't talk today. Without telling you about it, I kind of give away the book. And part of the cute part of it is her finding out what he is. So, if you like Christina Lauren's writing, I suggest you try it. That was horrible. I'm sorry. Moving on. J.T. Geisinger, Spicy Little Curses was, I think, my favorite. Yeah, it was my favorite. I thought it was very well done. There was a lot that happened in the book. This reporter is going down to New Orleans to write a story about a tattoo artist and their shop. There's supposed to be a curse attached to the artist or the shop, and she's going to write about that person. She meets him, and there is a curse, and it was so, like, I would like an actual series from these two characters. She gets involved in the curse and is part of the solution to figuring out how to get out of the situation that she put herself in. It gave great iconic landmarks of New Orleans, and just the mystery and the, I don't know the right word for it, but just that magical part that is part of the city. I thought she did a great job. And, like, there was a really cool part of, like, the backstory of the FMC, and the backstory of the MMC was really cool. And there was, like, a Grim Reaper type character. So I personally would love like a spin-off off of this novella, because I thought it was great. Next one was Ruby Dixon, Space Vampire. This is my first Ruby Dixon. Now I have two books that I would like to get to before the new year. IPB, Ice Planet Barbarians. I have that. I have the first book of that, and I also have Bull Moon Rising, I think is the other one. After listening to Space Vampire, I want to get to them. Like, I loved her style of writing. It's about aliens that they splice different species and they sell them to gladiator rings, and they ended up making a vampiric type character, well, not character for us, but type being, and it goes awry, and the FMC is introduced because the spaceship is just torn apart, and she's walking around like, okay, where's everybody? You know? And then you come to find out she's one of the aliens' pets. And she's hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. And she meets the vampire, and she's trying to figure out, she's got to give him a name. And she's trying to come up with vampire names, and he ends up picking Vlad. It was so cute. Like, I loved it. I loved it so much. I was, and the whole idea is they're trying to figure out whether they should wait for the aliens to come back, which they really don't want to do because she doesn't want to be a pet and he doesn't want to go back into like testing and things like that. And there's only one escape pod, but it's broken, so they have to figure out how to fix it. And in the timing that they're fixing it, they have to figure out a way to take care of his vampire needs as well as make sure that she's safe, and all the while waiting to find out if the aliens are coming back. And then it ended so sweet. Like, I loved it. I loved it so much. And then the last one is Katie Robert, Beautiful Nightmare. Here's the thing. Katie Robert and I love her concepts. I love her concepts. So the idea behind this short story was a paralysis demon gets a work assignment. It's her first, solo work assignment, and things go kind of wonky. It gave me like Monster Inc. vibes, but smutty. Like, so, and here's why. She comes through the closet, okay? Stay with me. She's a paralysis demon, but the body that she chose to take on was kind of like a sexy demon My Little Pony. Like, she's pink and sparkly and has purple hair. She's adorable. And her person that is her assignment is very into, the paranormal and D&D and things like that. So he's not scared of her. So now she's stuck with, well, how does she eat? And then how does she not get kicked off of her assignment? Because if she gets kicked off her assignment, there's a portal that they send the demons through, and nobody knows what happens to them afterwards. And she's like on her last strike. So it was really cute. But there were a couple of parts where I was like, what is going on? I don't know. But I liked the idea, and I loved, what she chose to do. And then and the male main character was adorable. Oh my gosh. I loved him. So it wasn't my favorite out of all of these, but I still loved it. And then the last one is one of my favorite writers, Kimberly Lemming. She's not for everybody, and I get it, but I thought it was fantastic. She wrote My Boyfriends Are All Monsters. And it's about a hiker. Well, she's not really a hiker. She's hiking with her boyfriend and a couple of friends. She gets hurt, and there's this entity on this mountainside hill, and if you find their well, basically is what it was, but it's depicted differently. If you give an offering to the entity, they have so many days to grant your wish. So I don't know, like, I loved it so much. This woman, she just wants somebody to be kind and love her for her, and that's her wish. And he does everything he can to do it for her. And so the only things that he has references to are like cozy mysteries or like cozy romances. And so when he embodies that thing for her, she kind of picks up on it. But it's so freaking cute, because he tries to make her like a Hallmark town, you have to read it. If you like Kimberly Lemming, just, it's out there, okay? It's out there. But it's fun and it's chaotic. And there's a lot that happens in this little tiny novella. But yeah, I really liked it. I was laughing on the plane, and people are looking at me like I was nuts, but it was it wasn't kicking my feet hilarious, but I was like, oh my god. Oh, oh god. And then there's this side character, because there's always a side character with her books, and he cracked me up. So anyway, I didn't do it justice. I know I didn't. I know that there's bigger, better literary words that I should be using, but I think that all of them were fantastic. If you are incredibly busy this time of year, but you want to read paranormal, smutty romances, all of them were fantastic. And they're quick reads, or they're quick listens. They're about an hour, maybe 2 hours most. They were fantastic. And I highly recommend them. And they're free on Kindle Unlimited, so you could try them. If you don't like them, send them back. So that was today's video. I hope you're having a great day and a great week. I'm gonna go watch B's video and probably go, yep, that did happen. That's a great job. But it's my real feelings, and I'm sticking to it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.